Are the ISO8 fields worth grinding? What is the impact on energy? And also the extent of what you get back from ISO8. Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. This one is definitely going to be focused on those things and making sure this is worth your time as a player. I'll probably put a link to this particular spreadsheet in the link in the description. I found this somewhere, and I don't know where the source is. I think it was like something said about somebody like MCOC Shield or something. So whoever created this, like, shout out to yourself. Thank you. I just don't know where this came from. It popped up in something like Google, or I think it was something to do with the forums, but didn't really kind of like chart the source of it. What it does is it gives you the indication of how much of the basic catalyst you can get, and class catalyst, class ISO you can get, basic ISO, class ISO you can get to rank up a champion to kind of the various ranks. 6-star and 5 stars, that's the one I'm going to be focusing on, because the others, it's pretty easy to kind of grab the 4-star and 3-star and 2-star ISO. It's just when it comes to like the more stockier things like the 5-star and 6-star we need to focus on. I'll only be going up to like rank 3 to 4, 2 to 3, 1 to 2, 6-star. I'm not doing rank 4 because let's face it, not everybody will have one. Yes, people do have them, but not everybody in the community has rank 4 6 stars. And also what I'm going to be doing in this video, as the spreadsheet gets, I'm going to fill out some data. So this video starts like, you know, my grind, and also then fast forward to the end point, and then getting into considerations, things like, okay, well, what was the full energy cost versus what you take home? Also some calculations of that versus the breakdown of ISO. So stay tuned to the video, or everything will kind of like look all kind of pretty by the end of it. So let's go and get a grind on, shall we? Okay, so first of all, let's do epic, and I should be able to auto fight a lot of this, which is very important. So let's kind of go through this, smash it out, and get to the end of the video. Also, something to point out is this is 4 times tier 5 selector. So it's 5 times the 3,000 of one specific class ISO selector. So that will give you 12,000 ISO for one specific type of class. And now I'm going to do a test on the hard mode and see how that goes. So the first thing to point out is I started off with 7 energy going into this, and as well, just seen at the end of like these fights, I'm not picking up any ISO. So maybe it's a case that some of them do and some of them don't give the respective ISO from it. So I'm doing expert and hard, obviously, because, you know, there's going to be players that won't be able to do expert, but also looking at the value of things and how easy it is to get like a 5-star kind of brought up. So we've just ended that fight. Is anything popping up on this Havoc one? Come on, victory. Yeah, so it looks like it's just gold each time on most of the fights, which is very weird in comparison to the expert. That's giving you ISO at the end of it. In any case, let's continue on, and I'll get to the end once everything's been 100%ed, and we can start really looking at these totals and seeing how much volume of ISO you get, as to how easy, how many energy spend it will be to, let's say, level up a champion, which is the big point about the ISO8 problem within the game. Now, at the end of the hard mode 100%ing, or like each time you go through defeat the boss, you will get yourself a tier 3 basic, which is the ISO8, tier 3 basic ISO8 through it. So that's good, but it ain't great in the grand scheme and the bigger scheme of things. Something also to point out is that you do get 3 as opposed to the 4 with the expert. You get 3 of the various different types of ISO8, the tier 5 one, which, you know, I'm just going to choose at random, but it was just important to get that particular info. So this spreadsheet now is complete, and as I said, I don't know if I'm going to put a link in the description. I probably will do, because it does make for interesting like watching and viewing. Look, if everyone's thinking that these ISO8 fields was here to solve a problem, for some, possibly, when it looks like a quick grab of ISO, in others, not. I mean, look, here's how things break down. I've grinded through this. Well, I'm just going to go by the auto fight information, and also the information based on this little infographic right here. And if that is indeed the case, it works out like this. So we've said energy cost, 55 for an auto fight, gets you 31,150 ISO 8 based on paths and champions, defeating, ISO selector, whatever. It is split. We're going to go over what's the specifics of the split and how that works in a minute, because I've got a separate tab, which is this one here. It's a very important one, so keep tuned. So If you take a 6-star from rank 1 to rank 3, the class specific cost on ISO is 1.995515 ISO. That is based on this little kind of infographic right here, based on that process, and adding the basic and class from rank 1 all the way to rank 3 as a 6-star. From a 5-star perspective, it is 1 mil 99,000 from a class God, I can't speak properly, but from a class side of things. If you're using basic, it's 1.63 mil based off of this spreadsheet, this infographic here. I don't know if it's 100% right. That's just the info that I've had and to make this video. Otherwise, it's going to take an absolute year to do. But look, how does this all break down? It breaks down to this. So I did a little spreadsheet which kind of looks to do the calculation over the respective days and the energy cost in order to achieve it. This is based on expert only. I don't have the time to do one for hard mode, but it gives you an idea. That expert mode is probably what everybody will do in order to grab the most ISO. And let's face it, we want to find out if it's worth your energy spend and how many days it takes to get that particular level up from the ranks from rank 1 or level 1 to right the way through to resetting each time and going up to rank 3, the furthest level, and 565 level. In any case, how does this break down? Well, by the 33rd day of doing ISO8 fields, you will have 396,000 class-specific ISO if you're targeting one specific champion, and 697,950 of the basic, which gives you a 1 mil and 93,950. The reason we're saying that is kind of like just I'm trying to make this as kind of easy as possible, is to like break down this here, like 1.99395, 1.99950. So that's how I'm treating it. Yes, there might be some, oh, well, the ISO class gives out more and the way the basic works. Look, let's just treat it down to numbers. And in a nutshell, it could be day 30, it could be day 33, but let's stick it with day 33. That's the ISO you need to take a 5-star champion from rank 1 to rank 65, the 565. So taking from rank 1 to level 10 to up to level 10 to then 565. 30 energy refills, 1,815 energy in order to do it, right? Because let's face it, a lot of players want to do that. They want to rank up their champions. They want to level them up as soon as possible. So it's kind of like, for me, it still points to a slow burn. But it's when things get down further to day 61, when you've got here 732,000 specific ISO 8 to 1 mil 290,000 of the basic, kind of giving like a 2 mil and 22,000, 3,355 energy spend based on 48 energy refills to get to a rank 3 6-star right from the very kind of like bottom. So as I said, the idea of going, right, well, let's take this champion here, this Archangel, from level 1 as a 6-star all the way right the way through to being a rank 3 6-star, which is, from my position, is something that I will be doing at some stage. The same thing with maybe some other champions I get. The same thing with maybe some 5-stars. Like, I don't really rank up and level up 5-stars unless I really need to and have a specific count I need them for. But it's just not something, and looking at this particular situation and these particular ISO8 fields, does it solve a problem for players in an extensive sense? No. Does it solve a problem when it comes to grabbing that little bit of ISO you need? Yes. You also have to kind of look at other areas and go, is it worth kind of going down that route to kind of grab what I grab? Especially because you could go to, like, I could go and grind some content out and get some 4-star shards. I form a 4-star crystal, and quite simply, well, I get 24 for a dupe, 24 times, what do I get out of this? Like the tier 5 one? The tier 5 one gives out 180,000 for getting like, I've just done the sums of this and it is ridiculous compared with this, because you look at this and go, if I go on to grind out 4-star shards, like I get 7,500 a bonus for mutant, 5,000 like for non-specific there. So like I would get 5,000 extra ISO. I'll get 5,000 ISO on this particular champion, 7,500 on there, which breaks down if you go like 24 times tier 4 ISO. So if I went and grinded out anything and got a 4-star champion, duped it, then it's like that's what you get. That's what you get for 24. For duping a 4-star, you would get 180k for like the class bonus, as we said, the 7,500, and 120,000 for the basic side of things. And that kind of really goes to show the extent of what you should be doing instead of this. Do you want to burn through 48 energy refills in order to grab what you need to? Is it worth to kind of target other content? So in my humble opinion, and I would advise Kabam on this, is maybe look at the day, like per day, some sort of better buff than what you're giving out. As a solution to a problem, it is not a solution to a problem. For 55 energy spend in expert for 31,150 ISO, no. Should that be 100,000 per day? I think it should be 100,000 a day. I meet Kabam in the middle and go 80,000, but I just don't think that's there. The hard mode as well for 13,100 ISO total, and that includes the clasp side of things. It's just not worth it. I just think that it should be buffed. I don't know if like, you know, other people agree or disagree with it. It'd be interesting. Maybe I'll put a poll out and kind of feel like whether or not this helps out. Hope this video gets seen by people. Maybe I'm wrong with my calculations, but I'm pretty certain when it comes to the core aspects of what you get back, especially from what we kind of saw in the video, and especially right here between this calculation right there, that's correct. That's accurate. That's to a degree. The only thing I would say is that sometimes you won't get some of that ISO. It may be on like a, I don't know, RNG chance. So you may not get that each time. But, you know, I've got to try and make some content out of like whether or not this is valuable for players or non-valuable for players. I don't know, thoughts in the comment section about this. And yeah, do you think Kabam should buff this further? Link in the description if you want to check out this spreadsheet and stuff. But yeah, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video and all that stuff. Check out some stuff on screen right now. And yeah, cheers everybody. Have a good one. Bye-bye.